Welcome back to The Blend. The hotter temperatures make us all want to make sure our AC systems, they are working at peak performance. But choosing the right people to make that happen can be tough. And here to bring us up to speed with what we should do to choose an HVAC contractor is Stephen Lewis of Ambient Edge Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Incorporated. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Morning, Stephen.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about this. We're trying to find a quality contractor. Not the easiest thing in the world. There's so many out there. You don't know who's the good one and who's the bad one. How do you find them?
Well, I think one of the best things is research. A lot of people using the internet can check the review sites. One of the ways I shop now, even when I'm buying something, even from Amazon or any kind of retailer like that, is I'll check the reviews on the product. Well, you can check the reviews on the contractor that you're choosing. Yeah. Some of the other things is just to check the Better Business Bureau. And then the other things you can look at is, are they background checked? Their employees, do they drug test? You know, those kind of things are going to be, kind of put on their website. Yeah. Right. So I just think a little research is going to kind of sort through a quality contractor versus, like you said, there is hundreds of contractors out there. So.
Yeah. Certainly live in a review culture.
Yes.
Everybody check it out. So you have tons of experience in the industry, clearly?
Yeah, I do, yeah. So
How many years?
I'm coming up on 20 years.
20 years.
I started, right out of high school in this industry, so been doing it for quite a while. So
Absolutely. Well, I mean, once we finally find a great contractor, say yourself.
Right.
How often should we be having our systems serviced? Because I think a lot of people, they go years upon years, maybe have never purchased a house, have never had them looked at.
It's funny when you talk to somebody, they go, "Hey, what do you do?" And you say, "Well, I'm an air conditioning contractor." They go, "Oh, gosh, I got to get that. I should get that service."
But then they never get it done.
Yeah. So I mean, have you guys gotten your service this year?
I literally just bought my house, so this is the first time I'm using the AC system.
All right.
Next year, I will make the call, because if you don't get it serviced, sure, it might not be working. It might be working, but it's working harder to get you the air, right?
Steven,
right.
I'm not making this up. I desperately need to call you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I have my it's set on like 62 and it's sweating.
Yeah.
Like it's
well, one of the
something
things
is wrong.
You just kind of forget about it, right? It's one of those luxuries. It's just always there. It's always on. So you don't really think about it, and until it breaks. Yeah. And we're coming up some really warm weather, and especially this Las Vegas gets a little hot here, right? So
I've heard.
Yeah, it actually gets, it can be dangerously hot at times. If your air conditioner goes out, especially if you're an elderly individual and you haven't had it checked and the AC goes out and maybe you can't get away from the heat, there's a possibility that you could have some kind of heat stroke or something like that.
Wow.
So,
well, of course, regular maintenance, I'm sure, would prevent
Yeah, twice a year is what's
the
recommended.
Cost,
right? Twice a year. So spring and fall are just, kind of cooling season, heating season, because the furnace is kind of a different inspection than it is for the air conditioner. So,
is there a way to cut down on costs during the summer months? I mean, cooling costs, you just know the electric bill is going to at least double from what it usually is.
Right.
How do we cut down on those costs?
Well, some of the simple things you do is adjust your thermostat.
Okay.
People have a tendency to turn their house into a meat locker. Which is great, but it's going to cause that bill to go up. So for every degree you can adjust your temperature up, you're going to save anywhere 3 to 5% on utility bills. So I would recommend a nice comfortable setting, 78. And when you're away, go ahead and raise that temperature up. If you're going to be away for like a 6 to 8 hour period, go ahead and raise the temperature up. And there's some products now that can do that automatically.
There's so many cool. Have you seen the apps on the phone?
Yes, I have. I actually have one.
You can close the garage door.
When I'm not there, it is. Not that I'm putting on the heat, obviously, but I make sure the downstairs is a little cooler for the pets, but it's just inevitably going to be cooler for the pets anyways, and the upstairs, just let that bake.
Right, because that's probably not the area that they're not going to be upstairs.
No,
so,
they'll know where to go. They're hot to go downstairs. That's what the tile is.
I'll figure it out.
Well, then there's the indoor air quality, because so if you don't change those filters, you're just, all of a sudden everyone's sneezing.
There's been study after study that shows that the dirtiest air that we breathe is our air in our own home.
Go figure.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
There's some great products out there now that we can introduce that we can remove a lot of the particulates. We can remove a lot of those indoor contaminants out of your home. So and that ties in with your HVAC system.
Very cool. So it's just kind of like one extra pass through.
One extra pass through. There's other technology used in electronics. There's even certain media that will actually kind of seek out and destroy a lot of the VOCs, the volatile chemicals, things like that in the air. So.
Wow.
Any special offers for us?
We do have a special offer right now. It's $89 tune-up,
Okay.
and so we're going to come out and do a comprehensive tune-up, and then with that you get a free Teflon coating. So we're going to coat that coil on the outside with just a coating of Teflon. What that does is it keeps any dirt and grime from building up on that coil, and it's going to help it run a little more efficiently.
It's like the Rain-X for your coils.
It's basically the Rain-X for the coil, yeah.
Awesome.
I will be
Yeah.
calling you, sir.
Yes, yes.
Definitely needed. Thank you so much. Great having
All
you,
right,
buddy.
thank you.
All right, keep your home cool all summer long. Start with an $89 tune-up special with free Teflon coating. That special's now good now through the end of this month.
To find out more about Ambient Edge, call the number on your screen or visit the website.
All right.